So I have a question with like cell phones.
Yeah.
How much is it called the blue light behind there?
Yeah.
How much does that affect your vision?
Great question. So there was some concern for a couple of years that it could affect the long-term health of the back of the eye. Thankfully, that has shown that that's not as concerning as we once thought it was going to be. But the concern is with dryness. So patients will come in all the time and say either their eyes are burning or sandy, gritty, feeling like a foreign body sensation, or they're watering. And all of those things may sound counterintuitive, but that means your eyes are dry. So when we're looking at any electronic devices, we're blinking 10 times less than we normally would. And
really?
So that lack of blinking is going to make it significantly harder to focus. And so at Coastal Vision Center, we have actually an entire clinic devoted to dry eye. It's a whole world.
Oh, so it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing.
What's up, Camden County? You are catching episode 52 of the Getting in Your Business podcast. I'm your host, Alison Shores from the Camden County Chamber of Commerce. This Getting in Your Business podcast is made possible by our Chairman Circle sponsors, Comcast Business, Georgia Power Company, Georgia's Own Credit Union, Lockheed, Sparklight, Plug Power, St. Mary's DDA, TDS Telecom, and Ameris Bank. Ooh, it's a lot of sponsors. All right. Today, guys, I have somebody very special in the podcast studio today. Some of you may know her as Leah Lentz, but I have Dr. Leah Herron, and I'm so excited to talk to you today. It's been a little bit since I've gotten to talk to you, but Dr. Herron is with Coastal Vision Center. She's probably a lot of your eye doctor, but we're super excited. So thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. So let's start with, so Coastal Vision Center is currently in Fernandina, but you have some exciting news to share.
Correct.
Yes.
So we have been serving the Nassau County area since 1948.
Whoa.
We first opened the doors
1948.
there, which is crazy.
Yes.
But we are opening a St. Mary's location again this June 9th will be open.
Oh, we are so excited. So you'll be home because you were born and raised here.
Born and raised, coming home to work with 3 wonderful Camden County, St. Mary's, other female optometrists. So,
I love this. Yeah. So who else is going to be in the office with you?
So Dr. Julie Wright is going to join us. She currently has Right Eye Care, which is an awesome private practice, and she's joining the Coastal Vision family. She actually, out of optometry school, worked for Coastal Vision starting in 1997 when there was a Coastal Vision Center in St. Mary's.
Yeah.
And then opened up her own practice in 2003. And so we are excited to have her rejoin the CVC, as we call it, CVC family. And then Dr. Ansley Shipbach will be joining us as well. She will be a new addition to Coastal Vision Center this summer.
That's amazing. Yeah. Oh, so I want to talk about where you guys are moving to.
Yes.
So it's in the Osprey Cove Plaza.
Correct. Yes.
That's open to the public. I like to say that because some people don't know.
Yes.
Go ahead.
2900 St. Mary's Road. So as you turn into that little plaza there, we are the very first building on your left.
So let's talk a little bit about that history of that building.
Yes.
So what did it used to be?
So it used to be, it was built for Gilman Building Products, which was the company my dad worked for years and years. And then it became West Fraser, and they've recently relocated their offices to their Memphis location. But so when they closed that building, it became available. And so full circle moment for me personally, getting to work in the same building that my dad was in for years and years.
And that building is huge. Like, you don't realize how big a space that is until you get inside.
It is massive. You look at it from the outside and think, oh, there's just a little bit here. And you walk inside and get lost. Thankfully, we're going to have lots of signage so patients will not get lost getting through. But it was a kind of perfect setup for us. The office spaces that were there are now going to be our exam lanes. And so it just worked out really, really well.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk. When are you guys going to be opening?
So opening officially June 9th. Oh, very soon.
Very, very soon. Yeah. That's going to be so exciting. Now, I assume that you're already taking patients.
Correct.
So that part is open and ready to go.
Schedule open and ready to welcome new patients, existing patients that we've been seeing for years, or Dr. Wright's been seeing for years, and then anyone who wants to come and give us a try, we'd love to see them.
So when I first moved here, I met you and I was like, Oh, good. She's an eye doctor. I'm very funny about people touching my eyes.
And so many people are.
Yes.
It's a real thing. You have to be careful.
Once I let you do that, like you're my person.
Yeah.
So you can only touch, but you're in Fernandina. So I am thrilled that you are coming here.
Yes.
Right down the road.
Yes.
And so that's going to be exciting. But I have a couple of questions about eyes because I just turned, I'll be turning 42. And I am like, I guess when I hit 40, it's like everything started breaking down on me. Is there like some kind of science behind the fact that I need readers when I turn 40?
There is. We have this complaint from new patients all the time that call in and are so worried about all of a sudden, I can't see my phone. I woke up this morning and I can't see anything. And it's true, unfortunately. Those birthdays just happen to the best of us. But around the age of 40, some patients are able to push it off a little sooner. Some see it a little bit earlier. But the lens inside, which is a part of the anatomy of the eye, gets thicker and denser. It's harder for you to be able to focus. So it's harder to move that muscle. And when that happens, it takes away our ability to see up close. So typically the distance vision stays perfect, but the up-close vision is the one to go.
I don't like it.
Yeah.
So if I don't get readers and I just try to struggle through it, am I doing damage?
No. Thankfully not.
Okay. Good. I didn't need to know that.
But know that we can fix it with glasses or with contacts.
Wait, you can fix that with contacts?
Surgery. You can. Yeah. There's a contact lens called a multifocal contact lens, which corrects both your far away and your up-close vision. Some patients do something called monovision, where they have one eye still for their distance, one eye for their up close. So we always play through those options. And
so I have a question with like cell phones.
Yeah.
How much is it called the blue light behind there?
Yeah.
How much does that affect your vision?
Great question. So there was some concern for a couple of years that it could affect the long-term health of the back of the eye. Thankfully, that has shown that that's not as concerning as we once thought it was going to be. But the concern is with dryness. So patients will come in all the time and say either their eyes are burning or sandy, gritty, feeling like a foreign body sensation, or they're watering. And all of those things may sound counterintuitive, but that means your eyes are dry. So when we're looking at any electronic devices, we're blinking 10 times less than we normally would. And so that lack of blinking is going to make it significantly harder to focus. And so at Coastal Vision Center, we have actually an entire clinic devoted to dry eye. It's a whole world.
Oh, so it's a whole thing.
It's a whole thing. So we have different treatments that we can start and do the easy things first and see how patients respond. And if they're not getting to the place where it's comfortable and the vision's good, then we have a place we can go forward with medications or treatments and take care of it that way.
I think it's interesting because, I think I even still worry about the blue light and the computer screen and all that. So it's funny to say that it's not as, as much of a threat as we thought. But
I still have the blue blocker, like on any of my glasses that I have at home so I wear contacts during the day typically, but glasses at night. And I have all the blue blockers on all of my products. I can tell a difference when I wear my glasses that don't have those coatings on them versus when they do, just with eye fatigue, and it just wears your eyes down so much quicker. Yeah.
That's interesting.
That makes a big difference.
So blink.
Yeah.
Make sure you're blinking. Yeah. Wow. Okay. So I have another question with allergies because right now, like mine are killing me.
It's terrible.
And I don't feel bad. It's just like, it's all right here. But like I'll notice it in my eyes. Is there a trick or is there anything we can do for the allergy? Because right now the season is terrible.
This season is terrible. And we're seeing that in clinic every single day with patients coming in. Sometimes we're able to just use some artificial tears to wash out any allergens that are irritating it. But typically we'll have patients do like heat on the eyelids at nighttime, warms up the oil glands, and that oil is what holds those allergens around the eyes. And so if you do some heat on the eyelids at nighttime and then follow it up with, they make these over-the-counter eyelid scrubs to wipe away any of those allergens. And then there's a couple now over-the-counter allergy eye drops that used to be prescription. Now their patents have run out, so they're available over the counter for us. Stay away from Visine, stay away from anything that says get the red out. That'll make it worse. But any of the specific...
Get the red out makes it worse.
Yeah, don't use those.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Inflammation. So they make the eyes look great. They look perfectly white and it's wonderful. But then you'll notice after a couple days of using it that the redness is just worse and worse and worse. And it's because we have this rebound effect with inflammation.
Noted.
Yeah.
Wow. You've already given me like so much good information. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I have a question, and this may be a stupid question, but I don't really understand the difference between an optometrist
Yes.
and an ophthalmologist.
Yeah. No, a lot of people don't. So,
Okay.
Optometrist go to undergrad for 4 years, and then they go to optometry school for
Okay.
4 years, and that is predominantly primary care. So we are focused on fitting your glasses, fitting your contact lenses, focused on comprehensive eye exam. So looking for diseases like diabetes inside of the eye, high blood pressure inside of the eye, looking for eye diseases like glaucoma and macular degeneration. We do that on every patient every year, looking for any new changes. And then ophthalmology is different. They're more surgical based. So they are 4 years of undergrad, then 4 years of med school, and then they go on to do their residency.
Ooh.
And then the ophthalmologists we have at Coastal Vision Center are both what are called cornea specialist, and so they both did fellowships, so extra training after residency to do cornea surgery. So they both do cataract surgery, cornea surgery, and LASIK.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wow. So you can get all that at Coastal Vision Center.
You can do all of it at Coastal Vision Center. We'll have all of that at the St. Mary's location.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, okay, so how often should people be going to the eye doctor? That's another question because I don't know the answer to that.
Every year is what we recommend.
Really? Okay.
So, for patients who have healthy eyes, once a year is going to be an effective way to watch for any changes. And there's most things I would say with the eye from a disease standpoint are silent. They're not anything that you would notice vision-wise. They're not anything that you would notice pain-wise. And so we're the ones that are watching for these changes so we can protect your eyes for the long term. Now, there's some patients that require us to follow up sooner than that, but typically once a year is what we recommend.
Okay. And I have one more question, then I'll leave you alone because I feel like I'm just like, ooh, all the questions.
Yeah.
But the sun.
Great.
So, we were out in the sun a whole lot.
Yeah.
And so a lot of us like to go to the beach or be on the water or just be outside.
Yeah.
Should we be wearing sunglasses?
Absolutely.
And if so, what kind?
Yeah. So as long as we have the UVA and UVB protection on the sunglasses, sunglasses are the number one recommendation for protecting your eyes. So I know there's a lot of trends out there with saying that sunglasses are not necessary at this point. Maybe not for the short term, but for the long term, they absolutely are. So sunglasses are proven to slow any progression of cataracts for patients. There was actually a study done that I learned about in school that truck drivers would have significantly thicker cataracts in the eye that was closest to the window when they were driving.
Are you serious?
As opposed to the other one. Yeah. And so it was if they weren't wearing their sunglasses. Sun can also cause macular degeneration changes inside patients' eyes.
What does that mean?
So macular degeneration, unfortunately, is the loss of patients' central vision. And typically it's a condition that we'll see starting to develop as we get older, but over time it can get worse and worse. And so there's different types. One is called dry and one is called wet. Wet means there's bleeding inside of the eye and patients are having to go get injections. We see that quite a bit in our practice and are well trained to be able to manage that with patients and with the retina specialist. The type that's called dry macular degeneration, just in the last year or so, the FDA has approved some new treatment options for that. So it's from an eye nerd perspective, pretty exciting to have some options there. But there's been some recent studies that show there's eye vitamins that can protect the eyes, but even better than that, leafy green vegetables and sunglasses when we're outside are the biggest protective factors. And then it also helps save that dryness as well with wind from the beach or the boat or being outside.
So when should I expect to see cataracts or start having problems with that?
Yeah, so we can see it as early as, 50s. We'll see some patients.
Tell me that.
Yeah, I know. Sorry. Okay. Something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Cataracts starting to develop, but typically I would say 65 to 75 is a pretty common age range that we'll see. The technology that has come along with cataract surgery is incredible. So with cataract surgery, they remove the natural lens from inside of your eye. You replace it with a clear plastic lens that outlives all of us. That lens will stay the same forever. So for patients who have worn glasses their whole life, this is an option for forever being able to see again.
Oh, wow.
And the technology there is pretty rapidly changing to where we're able to give patients, used to, your only option was get the cataract removed and then you were still going to wear glasses after. But now we have the ability to correct all of their distance, all of their up close. So patients may have been wearing reading glasses for the last 30 years since they turned 40.
Exactly.
70, they have cataract surgery and they don't need any glasses anymore. Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a new lens out that we can adjust after the cataract surgery if we need to. We can see how patients perform in the real world and then go back and fine tune it or give them a little bit extra boost for that reading vision or an extra boost for their distance. So
that is wild.
It is. The technology is incredible.
Girl, I could keep you here like all day. Like I have like a million questions I want to ask about eyes now, but
eyes are pretty
yeah. But people need to check you out. Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about? Because like I said, I could keep you here forever talking about this stuff. But yeah, most importantly, you guys are going to be here.
Yeah.
You're going to be opening up June 9th. What else do we need to cover?
You know, I think we are just really excited. This feels like a homecoming, being able to come back to St. Mary's and serve this community. We're going to be partnering with some new programs that are coming out with the school system to offer a couple times a year some services to kiddos who
I love that
wouldn't have access to that. There's going to be partnering with a mobile vision van.
Yeah.
And I'll be able to see the patients there and provide them with glasses if they need them and exams when they need them. So, you know, really, we've loved serving the Nassau County community for the last since 1948.
Yeah.
And we'll still have our presence there, but so excited to be able to expand that to Camden County. And
you get to bring it home, girl.
I do.
And I'm excited.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm so excited y'all are going to be here. It's just going to be amazing. I know we're not going to do the ribbon cutting for a few months to let y'all get your, get everything going and used to stuff. But we are so excited. And the fact that y'all have got, you've got the primary practice of optometrist,
correct?
Right? And then you've also got that people can do their surgeries there.
Exactly.
And I think that's amazing.
Yeah. So we'll have myself, Dr. Julie Wright, and Dr. Ansley Shipbach will be the primary care optometrists there. And then Dr. Russell Stackhouse and Dr. Caprita Roberts are two fellowship trained ophthalmologists that will be bringing their surgical expertise.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Oh, I'm so excited. Do you want to tell everybody, tell them the address again, and then make sure they know the phone number to call if they need to set their appointment?
Yeah, so 2900 St. Mary's Road is going to be our location. Exit 1 off of 95, right in front of the Osprey Cove neighborhood. And like you mentioned, everyone is open to come to that area. You don't have to go through a gate to get there, which I think is a very great point. And then our phone number will be our same phone number that we use for our main location in Medina Beach. So it is 904-261-5741. And those exam slots are already open. We're starting to get patients in and excited to get rolling.
Oh, that's so exciting. Thank you so much for your time today. It's funny because I want to call you Dr. Herron to be respectful, but I'm like, Leah, so
I introduce myself as Leah when I walk in to see me.
Yes, I know. You are so sweet, so kind, and we're just glad to have you back here home with us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, good deal.
Back.
Well, make sure you make your appointment with Dr. Herron from Coastal Vision Center. And Leah, we appreciate you being here. You guys have caught episode 52 of the Get in Your Business podcast. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe and get down to Coastal Vision Center.